afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching. We are coming to you live from Malaysia, the birthplace of the event that we are going to go to this December. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen from Malaysia. My name is Dr. Abdullah Muhammad Nawi from University of Technology Malaysia, and also the president of the APRA, the Association of Professional Researchers and Academicians Malaysia chapter, your host for this event, welcoming you right here, right now to a very, very special session that we are going to have with the conference chair himself, the founding director of Connecting Asia. But before that, a little bit about what has been going on so far. As you all know, AIC is coming back face to face, and this is the first time in 3 years, where for 3 years we have been around, we've been building our strength, we've been going all out, and we've been doing online conferences. But right now we are back face to face, and we can't wait to see everybody there. It's a really exciting time. And where are we going to be meeting? We're going to be meeting at the venue, which is right in the beating heart of the capital city of Malaysia, at one of the most prestigious venues in the country, the KLCC Convention Center, where we had the AIC there. If I'm not mistaken, it was 3 years ago. And it is a fantastic place. And I'm sure that everyone who will come will enjoy everything that KLCC and KL and Malaysia have to offer. And as you all know, the conference is going to be a high visibility hybrid event where we will have both face-to-face and also we will have virtual sessions as well, which will lead into many other opportunities such as networking and publication, basically all the good stuff, all the good reasons why we go to conferences in the first place. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not just a conference. We're going to have a very special event. We're going to have a very special networking event as well, which will take place in the form of a strategic conference, strategic forum, which will be hosted by the APRA Malaysia. And to tell you more about all these wonderful happenings, I will call to the stage in just a moment. But before that, I will let you know who the speakers are going to be. And we're in for a treat because one of the speakers is going to be the founding director of Connecting Asia, Dr. Imran Qureshi, who, as we can see, is waiting for his turn to speak right now. And I'm going to pass it to him in just a little bit. We also have Professor Dr. Ozkan Saritas, who was here with us before, and he is from HSC University Moscow, depends on where you're from. In Russia, we have Malaysia's very own distinguished Professor Raja Rasya. We have Dr. Brandon Randolph Seng, the editor-in-chief, Management Decision in the Emerald Publishing world. And ladies and gentlemen, I have taken quite a lot of time, and I'm sure that you can't wait to find out what we have in store. In fact, this whole event is a way for everyone to get to know more about the conference from the conference chair himself. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I would like to call upon once again my friend, Dr. Imran Qureshi, to give us a session or a sharing session, and we will have a chance to ask questions towards the end of the program. So Dr. Imran, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abdullah. Let me just settle up things. Okay, thank you very much for having this session, and it was much needed session for all those who were waiting for face-to-face events. And there are many queries we are receiving from the participants and from the Connecting Asia family members. So what this event is about and how it is going to be happen. So now let's first start with the event title itself. It is a very important and unique in many ways because we are looking forward to post-COVID world, the resilience of businesses and establishing sustainability through digitalization. So that's the main theme for AIC 2022, and we are bringing this in as a multidisciplinary research, and there are many fields of research which can contribute to this conference. But this conference is unique in many ways. The first thing is basically it is the first hybrid event we are going to conduct after 3 years. And this is a long time, and we have not seen any face-to-face events and where people can meet, and it's itself a conferencing, especially face-to-face events are meant to spread the knowledge as well as creating this networking, and the research output should be discussed among the researchers and scholars. So that's opportunity was, obviously we were trying to do this through online events, but obviously it cannot replace our face-to-face. The feel of having people with us is a different, and we are very much addicted to that, and we want
definitely
bring it back. So that's where we are back. So we are conducting this at AIC 2022 in KLCC, which is in 2019 we hosted an AIC there as well. So that would be the similar event, but in this conference it is an hybrid event. So people who are watching us or contributing online, they would be part of the event the way they are watching as a live events, and they can contribute into the sessions, and it is not like we are having face-to-face separate and online separate. So it would be a hybrid event, and we will try to provide a good conferencing experience to all the participants. Again, we are having different sessions where we'll be organizing a few workshops, meet the editor sessions, strategic forums. I will discuss each of them one by one. So there are many opportunities for all the researchers around the world. They can come up and learn from the experienced people. So we are having high impact publication from Professor Oskan. We're having AI-based systematic literature review from myself, and then we are having strategic forum, and then we are having discussions with the editors of the journal. So we have multiple editors. The list is already being mentioned by Dr. Abdullah, and we are also having it on our website. So all these are different opportunities in terms of learning itself within this AIC that will give you, a feeling of not only learning, but also the networking as well. That was somehow what missing in online events. So you will be able to meet all these editors in person, and then you can establish your networking and then come up with ideas, and that might be helpful for you to proceed your research career. So that's about the event. So we will be starting from 9th of December. So you can register yourself before 30th of November. And then on 10th of December, we'll be having our own all these sessions. And then obviously the gala dinner, which is, I can say the soul of this KIC conference. Having a lot of fun there, but that is technically a networking session where you can meet people around the world, and then you can discuss your ideas with them. And then we are also hosting a strategic forum, which is focused on the developing collaborations between different countries and regions. And that is where we were working since last 3 years. And I can proudly say that we are almost there, and we have established that consortium, and the result you will see at this AIC 2022, and we will be hosting another event in 2023 in UK based on this consortium, because the Association of Professional Researchers and Academicians, the APRA, which is based in UK, and Dr. Abdullah is hosting that strategic forum for us as a Malaysian chapter president. So we'll be bringing all these collaborations to UK next year, and that would be the start of another era for Connecting Asia, not just for Connecting Asia members, but also the APRA and my current institution and Dr. Abdullah's institutions, and all those institutions which are involved in this strategic forum, and will bring industry on the table with the academicians to learn more and dig deep into the problems which industry is facing, and we can reshape our research based on those outputs. So that's the purpose of a strategic forum, and that would be hosted by the APRA. It would be on 10th of December as well. So we'll be looking forward to that opportunity as well. And that will give you option not only to learn from academicians, but also to listen to the practitioners and industry people as well. So that's the main core sense of strategic forum where we are heading. So next year you will see more focus on these industrial collaborations and all this. And finally, I would love to discuss about the publications, which might be the more strong part of our conferences. And always we try to work with renowned journals. And this year we are working with many renowned journals with impact factors. And we have already published a list of these journals on our website. So you can have a list of these articles, these special issues, which we have with all these journals based on our collaboration with these journals, and you can submit your papers to these research journals. They are, there are many possibilities. For example, we have a free publications option in terms of impact factors and all these high ranked journals. And we also have impact factor, but open access journal, because many of these institutions nowadays, they would love to publish open access because of the high citation and visibility. So that's the publication part. We are providing you many opportunities for this. And finally, for the research visibility, the Connecting Asia, the point of having conferences is not just to organize an event, but we also follow with your work published, and also we follow up with citations and visibility of your research work. And as always, we try to extend our efforts in terms of managing these citations more and more, and bringing your research to visibility and spreading it to a wider audience. So that's we are working on in this event as well. And hopefully immediately after the event, we'll release the article published by this conferences, and will give you opportunity to display it to wider audience, and then you can get more visibility and citation. That is the main focus of all these researchers nowadays, to getting more visibility and high citation. So we'll be working on those parts as well. So in this case, it's a whole package where we are starting from learning, presentation, publication, and then the visibility of your research. And we are also bringing industry closer to you, because that's we are also hosting NX Asia Innovation Exhibition at the same time, at the same venue. Then you will see industry along with the academicians sitting under the same roof, and then you can discuss your ideas with the industry guys as well. So that will give you another option to learn from the industry where they're heading, and we can redesign or reshape our research activities in future. So that would be the main idea behind AIC 2022. So it means that it's not just one organized event, it is having multiple sections and multiple opportunities for all of participants and researchers and academicians. And we'll be happily announcing the travel award. We know the difficulties for those who were unable to attend due to high cost of the conferences and traveling nowadays. So we have already announced the travel awards and scholarships for those who have outstanding research track record. They can apply for these fundings, and we will try to facilitate them in order to present their work to the wider audience. And it's very important for us to bring people with the high rank and very good research work, and that would be the focus of AIC 2020 as well. So that's why you can apply for travel award and scholarship as well. That will give you somehow some facilitation to your research work and the expenses on this. We can't cover everything because we want to bring more people, so we have our own limitation, but still it's always brave from our side. We are always trying to bring people at any cost, and those people who have good track of research, we would be love to bring them in our research and in our conferences. And that's why we are always happy to facilitate as much as we can. And that's why at this AIC, we have already announced the travel award for all the participants. So that's it from my side on brief understanding about the AIC and what we are going to do and where we are heading in terms of our future. Thank you very much, Dr. Abdullah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Imran. Very exciting times ahead, I feel. It feels like this is the dawn of a new era for many of us here, where we're going to really go international with everything. And it's an exciting time to be involved in projects like this, I believe. So right now, what we will have is we're going to go through some question and answers, which I think the questions that have been chosen are questions that have been asked over and over again. So this session, I think this next part will be especially for people who are interested in attending and they want to know the details of the specific details. And if you don't mind, Dr. Imran, I'm going to ask you some questions, and they don't need long answers, just short answers would do. We have quite a number of questions to go through here, but I do believe that these questions, they can be considered as FAQs, yeah, frequently asked questions. And I think what is going to happen is that the FAQs should be put somewhere on the website or on Facebook. We'll see how we can get through that. Yeah, all right. So let's look at the first question. The first question is regarding the plenary sessions. What are the plenary sessions that we have?
Okay, thank you very much. The first thing is it's very important for every conference to have a good number of speakers which can present their ideas and people can learn from them. That's why we are having 3 important speakers. For us, myself would be the first one, and then we have Professor Uskan, who is the editor of Foresight Journal, which is ISI Index Journal, and then we have Professor Raja Rasia. He's an economist and a distinguished professor from UM, and we will be having a few editor sessions as well. The details of these editors is already being updated, but they are not the part of the plenary session, but still you can learn from them in the separate sessions, and we want to keep the opening session a little bit short. That's why we are organizing events for each of these distinguished guests separately for 30 minutes to 3 hours, so you can interact with them and learn more about them. So the opening sessions and the speeches will try to make it 2 or 3 only, because we need to, organize
maximize the benefits. Okay, all right. Thank you for the answer for that, Dr. Imran. The next one is regarding the conference registration. Is it possible to purchase conference registration when the participants get to the AIC venue? So purchasing on site rather than before that.
Okay, for the registration, they can pay fee on the venue, but the thing is they need to register through the system. So we need to have all the data with us before, bringing them to the conference venue. That's the requirement for the organizers as well. So I would encourage everybody to register before 30th of November, so we can have
30th of November, yeah? Okay.
And if they have any problem with the fee payments or something like this, they can send us an email and we will always consider this part of their problem. But registration they can do until 30th of November.
Right. So folks, there you have it, the 30th of November. That's the date which you need to register by. So registration first, and then you can pay at the venue, but registration has to come first. Okay, third question is, now this is a question that I think that many people are really, really interested in. What are the publication options in AIC 2022? And very importantly, do you have free publication options?
Okay, so publications are always a tricky part, and the way indexing, they change their parameters, it is becoming more tricky for any conference organizer, not just us, for us as well. We face a few problems in this, finding right journals for the themes, and that's what we come up with, a few free open access journals, the free closed access journals, impact factor journals, we have paid options. So we have a variety of options in terms of publications, and that is where we work hard. And this year we bring many, I think more than 6 or 7 special issues in the impact factor journals are already linked with the AIC 2022, and you can you can work with those. But the thing is, the participant, they need to understand, when we say free option, it comes with some cost. It is the cost of your time. It will take more time for review process and revisions and all this. So consider at least 6 months to 1 year for a free publication option, and 6 months at least for your open access journal. So that's the time frame we shall keep in our mind while we are heading towards the publication, because the publication process, as we all know, it goes through many stages. We need to send it to review, then we need to give the feedbacks, and all these process every researcher, they are aware of. So in that case, keep in mind 6 months for open access and 1 year for closed access publication, which is the decided time from the journals as well. And when you click on the special issue tab, you will find all the information when it is going to be published. So mostly it is almost 1 year for closed access publication.
It's around 1 year, because last year, no, 2 years ago, my team, including myself, there were 3 of us, and we had one publication, and that took a year basically. So this is just
a couple of round of I think revisions as well, because yeah, so
there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
So it's a reminder to all our friends here who want to publish, that there is that timeline, and it is usually between 6 months to a year. So that's something to keep in mind. Right. Our next question is, how long will conference proceedings be online?
Okay, this is where mostly authors, they are confused. Now, there are 3 things in our conferences. You should be clear about this. The first thing is abstract book. We can give you abstract book on the venue. That's not a problem, because that abstracts are already with us and we can print it, but they are not being online until and unless we have the proceeding. Okay, so proceeding is indexed. That's why we need to follow through the review process and everything. That might take some time, but to get through your proceeding, you need to submit your extended abstract, not the abstract you submitted online with our portal. That would not be enough for your extended proceeding. So proceeding actually means your complete paper. So we are publishing complete paper in a different format. So we created another option, which is called extended abstract. So you need to provide us an extended abstract, and you need to upload on the website, which is your Asia Proceedings of Social Sciences website. It is already available on our website. That is a different type of extended abstract, and it is different from the research articles you are publishing. So it is just like a highlight of your research, and you need to paraphrase everything in order to publish a separate research article. So proceedings are tricky, and this is where we are also having problem, because we sent reviews for proceeding to our participant, and they were confused, and they were mixing it with their abstracts only. So abstracts are just for programs. They are not proceedings. If you want to publish your work with the proceeding, you need to provide us an extended abstract, and the template will be available on the website. Yeah. So that's a different option, and don't mix it with your final research article. You can still publish your full paper in another research article, even though you have your publication in and proceeding, but obviously you need to paraphrase in terms of, so that's the idea behind the proceeding. We have DOI numbers, we have index proceeding, that would be index in Google Scholar, and many other proceeding, and we will also be submitting this for CPCI proceedings, and that might be accepted or not. I can't claim that because it depends on the Web of Sciences whether they accept our proceedings to be included in their proceeding index or not. So, but still we will be doing our work, but we need help from you, because you need to upload your full extended abstract in the social sciences proceeding of Asia Proceeding of Social Sciences.
Okay, all right. And that's regarding conference proceedings. Next question, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more questions. Okay, next one is, how can a participant apply for the travel award, which was announced for AIC 2022?
Okay, so the travel awards are being announced. There is a link available on our website. So just go to our website, www.connectingasia.org, and you can find the travel awards and scholarship there. Okay, so these grants are partial grants, not full grants for everybody, but we want to bring more and more participants in order to, enhance our networking and also the reach to the different regions. So that's why we allow them to apply, but the rules and how much they can get and how they need to apply is already available on the website. They just need to fill up a form and we can consider their application based on our own criteria. Okay, so that's very simple. So, but remember, the date is before 24th of November, so they need to apply before this.
So before 24th of November, that is another 11 days, yeah? Okay, all right. Next question is, where can we find the guidelines and information about the poster sessions?
Okay, for the poster session, the information for each individual session is already uploaded on the website. So you can click on the publication or presentation options, and you will find a poster presentation. It's very simple, but we might be changing this poster presentation sessions, and we will update this information within a couple of days, and we'll send you email as well, because we want to make it more exciting for all, because the posters are something which are more visible while you are on the conference venue. So what we are doing, we are trying to set a few new standards in order to give it more visibility in terms of posters. So the normal poster presentation sessions information is already available in our website on the in the page of our presentation option. So you can find all the information, but we will send you emails as well based on the presentation option you choose for AIC 2020. So we'll send you all the details as well. You can find it on website as well.
Okay, right. And I think that there are still 9 questions, and I'm going to pick a few that we feel will be important. Right. Otherwise, we're going to be here until midnight. Okay, the next question, which I feel would be important is, now can I just go through the questions? How will the participants present in the online sessions? So we have both the face-to-face and the online. How is the online going to be?
Okay, for the online session, we are already in communication with the organizer, the KLCC, because we need hybrid conferencing facilities, and we are discussing all these with them, our requirement. So most preferably, we will be bringing all these people alive in the sessions as well. So it would be like hybrid event. So the face-to-face event is ongoing, and they would be joining online in the same event. So we will send them the instructions. It is obviously through Zoom, and we'll be asking them to be available on those sessions, and they can interact with the participants and all the session chairs and everything. So they will be having the feel of that face-to-face event, because the face-to-face would be ongoing, and we will be asking them. And similar is true for our opening sessions and gala dinner as well. So we'll try to bring everybody online on the same venue, but this is still dependent on the facilities we are being offered from the organizers of KLCC.
Right. Okay, and I think this is the last question. It's a rather important question. Now, in the event that a participant is unable to come, visa problems or travel problems, what happens if they need to send a substitute?
Okay, for the substitute, they can send. It's not an issue for us, because we have already allowed them through the system. They can change the presenter name. Okay, but this should be done through their portal. They have access to all the data. They can change the presenter name. So while we are having all, submissions are done, we will send them email for the registration, final registration. At that time, they can change the presenter name. But remember, the certificate would be generated name based on the presenter name, not the corresponding author name. So that's the important point. So make sure you have changed the name of presenter, or you can send us information through email and we'll help you to change the substitute on your place. Because for us, certificate is being awarded to those who are present at that time or who is going to present online. So if you want to change it, we allow that. You can do it through the system.
Right. So I think that's a very important piece of information to have, because there's always a possibility of any problems that may arise. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that we've run out of time for the question and answer session. We're very, very lucky indeed to have with us the founding director of Connecting Asia himself here with us. And he's also the conference chair. So he has all this knowledge at the tip of his fingers. So thank you very much, Dr. Imran, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and be with us all the way from Teesside University in the UK. And I do believe that Teesside is going to feature rather prominently in the future.
I believe
we do hope so.
Something big coming on in a few weeks. It's nothing far behind. We are already done all this arrangement and will be giving you this news very soon.
Awesome. We can't wait for that. Again, once again, Dr. Imran, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the Q&A session with the founding director and conference chair, Dr. Imran, and I am Dr. Abdullah Muhammad Nawi from University Technology in Malaysia, and also the president of the APRA Malaysia chapter, wishing you all a good luck, and we hope to see everybody here soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye-bye, everybody. See you in Malaysia.
Have a very, very nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's
Thank
not
you.
day.
Bye-bye.
Night. Have a very good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Assalamu alaikum.